Hi grade 3s, welcome to your third lesson of music this term. Today we're going to be looking at a very classic song in a different time signature and we're going to try to have some fun with it. So let's get straight into the music and let's read our rhythm. Alright, so if you look at our rhythm, the first thing you'll notice is that we are having a time of 2/4, meaning 2 beats in every bar. So here we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 beats in every bar. And this is pretty simple because we only have 2 notes in the whole piece. Not 2 notes like A, B, C, D, F, G, but we have 2 types of notes. We only have a quarter note and an eighth note right there. So we have ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. Now I know I went a bit quick there. I just did the whole thing, but it's really not that hard. Let's try and do it together. 1, 2, melody, go. Ta, ti, 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 ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. So let's try and read our rhythm. We're gonna read the melody line. Let's go. Ta, ti, 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 ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Okay, that's pretty simple, not hard at all. So let's try and now play it, but we're gonna have to slow it down because when you're playing 2/4, it can be a bit quick, okay? So let's try and now play the piece. G, G, B. Let's go. Again. Now let's take it to bar number 2. We have high D, B, G. So we're skipping over all the space notes. So high D, B, G. High D, B, G. That's the rhythm. High D, B, G. 3, go. Let's go. Let's put bar 1 and bar 2 together. Let's go. Kind of quick. Let's do it again. Let's go to the next one, bar number 3. Easy stuff. We have A, because it's in the space. 3, go. Let's go. Then we put bar number 4. We have a, what's in that space, that first space? It's a, you should know this, an F sharp. And what's in the first line? E, and then what's dangling? Dangling D. So we have F sharp, E, D. Let's try bar number 4. Let's go. Again. By yourself. F sharp, E, D. All right, let's put the whole of line number 1 together. Let's go. Let's do it a little bit slower. Your turn. All right, let's go to line number 2. Remember, this is not line number 2 because the grand staff puts them all as one line. So this is line 1, but we're doing the melody. So let's go from line number 2 of the melody, which is down here. So let's look at our notes. What we have here is G, G, B. Exact same thing that we had in bar number 1. Let's see, what about bar number 5? We have D, B, G. Exact same thing there. It's only over here in bar number 7 where it changes. So let's try bar number 5 and bar number 6. 3, go. Again, 5 and 6. Now let's finish it off with bar number 7 and then to 8. We have A. What's over here dangling? Dangling D. So A, D. And on the second line, it's always a G. Easy stuff. A, D, G, G, G. So let's play bar number 7 and bar number 8. 3, go. Again. Let's put the whole of line number 2 together. Melody, go. Now let's put line number 1 and line number 2 of the melody together. 3, go. A bit slower. Now that was the melody. Let's now try the harmony of each line. So let's start off over here. The harmony looks pretty easy, to be honest, because it's just 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes per bar. It's just where the notes are placed that can be a bit interesting. And it's only in line number 2 of the harmony where we have a slight change, where we have an 8th note. So let's start it off. We have D, D, then we have G, D. Then we have F sharp, D. So pretty simple. We have D, D, G, D, F sharp, D. So after every note is pretty much a D in those first 3 bars of the harmony. So let's try it out. All quarter notes. 3, go. Again. Let's finish off bar number 4. We have an A and a, which note is this? A high D, yes. So let's try that. A, high D. 3, go. Again. Last time. Let's put the whole of line number 1 of the harmony together. 3, go. Again. By yourself. All right, easy stuff. Let's look at line number 2 of the harmony. I think it's pretty much the same thing. So we have 2 Ds, just like in bar number 1. We have a G, D, just like in bar number 2. But here we have a slight change. We still have that same F sharp, but then we go to a high D instead of a low D. All right? So high D instead of a low D. And then we finish it off with D, D, G. So that's the only time we have 8th notes. D, D, G. So let's try and play the bar number 5 and bar number 6. 3, go. Go. Let's take it to bar number 7. Big leap from F sharp to high D. Let's try it. 3, go. Again. Last time. Let's put bar number 5 until bar number 7 together. 3, go. Again. And then let's finish it off with D, D, G. 3, go. Again. Whole of line number 2 of the harmony. Go. Easy stuff. Let's put line number 1 and line number 2 of the harmony. Not hard at all. 3, go. That's pretty simple. Not hard at all. It's mainly just being able to keep up with the speed, because once you speed it up, that's when it becomes trickier. So now let's hear what the piece sounds like when you put both the melody and the harmony together. Alright Alright, grade 3, so that's head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and that's how it sounds like together. So really get used to playing both parts of the piece, because I'm going to ask you to try and do a duet where you'll have to either pick one, the harmony or the melody, and not everyone can do the same thing. So be versatile, be flexible enough to do either one of them, okay? So practice hard, and I'll see you next week for what we're going to do for our midterms. Bye, grade 3.